Hey, James.
Hey BD, how are you?
I'm great, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Thank, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. It's the second season, Comedy Central. Awkwafina is Nora from Queens, and here to talk about it is her dad, BD Wong. He plays Wally, plays a dad on the series. Good morning, BD. How are you?
Good morning. It's actually our third season, which we're really very proud
Okay.
of. We've been
Well,
at it for 3 seasons now. It kind of goes by real fast, but here we are.
man, tell us about Wally.
Wally is Nora's dad. Nora is the persona we know of as Awkwafina, the movie star, and Awkwafina is Nora from Queens. Is about her life, a version of her life as a young adult, growing after having grown up in Queens, not knowing what to do with her life, living with her dad and her grandma, and her dad is struggling with being a widower and trying to kind of take care of his daughter who's struggling with her identity and trying to move on with his life. And for 3 seasons, he's been struggling with this whole dynamic, and courting this girlfriend, Brenda. And through the season 3, there is a real kind of a movement towards his happiness, which is very satisfying if you're a Wally fan. So it's wonderful. It's crazy, wonderful, high comedy, and a lot of kind of warm and fuzzy family vibes too.
Speaking of family vibes, I am getting cracked up over Grandma. Grandma is a hoot. Tell us
Yeah.
about tell us about Lori.
Lori Tan Chinn is wow. You know, she was on Orange Is the New Black, but I know her from my very first start in New York as a young actor. She always looked out for me. I did my Broadway debut. She was in my first Broadway show ever. So she and I have a real history together as a kind of, I call her auntie and she calls me nephew, and she's always like giving me things to eat and stuff like that. And so the parental vibe between her and myself has always been in place, and it felt very natural for us to play mother and son. And I love her dearly. Really treasure her. She's caught on with the audience for a very good reason. I mean, it's very clear she's in the pocket of this role, and the audience just loves her. They just eat her up and fall in love with her, and she's crazy and irreverent, and she curses like a sailor, and she's a little bit nutty, and so she's a fan favorite of the show, and it's so great to see your friend have that experience of how people discovering how great they are.
Oh man, I tell you what, she does cuss like a sailor, and you're right. I fell in love with her immediately. It's just amazing. Been sitting here talking with BD Wong about the third season of Awkwafina is Nora from Queens. I got one last question to ask you, BD.
Sure.
How does it feel not being chased by velociraptors?
Well, I'm not, usually I actually be quite technical. I don't get chased by them that much. I get the flack for having created them and putting them on this earth, and I get in trouble for that. But I don't seem to have to run from them that much. That I'm happy about. You can let Jeff Goldblum and Laura Dern run from them. I'll hide somewhere else and do that. But it is really great to be a part of any franchise that people have such affection for intergenerationally, as generations kind
Yes.
of come up, people
Yeah.
bring their kids to these movies, and really you cannot, as an actor trying to make your way in this business, you cannot do better than that. So I'm grateful.
No, you can't. I really appreciate you joining us on Morning Blend. Looking forward to seeing more episodes of Awkwafina as Nora
Yes.
from Queens. And do me a favor and tell Lori that, yes, I'm in love with her too.
I will. You have to get in line though. You know that.
Yeah, I know. Thank you again for joining us on Morning Blend.
Thank you, James.